Hey guys, Sean Bucci here. I wanted to give you an overview of the Florida program that we have. It is a state-specific remote control program. And let me go a little more into that so you understand exactly what's expected, time frames, conversion percentages, and tell you why we're doing Florida. I mean, why not every single state this way? Well, it's one of the very few with full access to the majority of the court files. We've actually relaxed our document requirements a little bit, but you get full access to most of what you need online. So you can actually research it online. At first it'll take you 30 to 40 minutes to research a file. Eventually you'll get to 15-20 minutes. No kidding. That is incredible, and their access and their online information is like no other. That's the majority of courts. There's 67 counties. Out of that, the vast majority of them, probably 60 or more, give you that kind of access. Mortgage and tax overages are available. You don't want to go after estates, guys. That's getting too tricky anyway. But both mortgage and tax, again, rare in a state. Mortgage overage statute. Get this, and this is what makes Florida a candy store. In any other state, any other situation, once a foreclosure has happened, these other guys out there are telling you, oh, well, just get in touch with the owner, make a deal, you're golden. No, if there was debt against the property of the person prior to the foreclosure, that debt is entitled to the surplus funds, not the person. Let me say that again. If there was debt against the person or the property prior to the foreclosure, that debt is entitled to the surplus, not the owner. Yes, the debt was kicked out as far as being attached to the property at the foreclosure. It's still debt. That's how they're getting default judgments against people after foreclosures. It's still a note. It's still debt. Now, having said that, in Florida, in mortgage overages, they have a unique statute which says 60 days after the foreclosure, if any other claimants other than the owner, lien holder, mortgage holder, anybody, judgment holder, if they have not made a claim in that 60 days after the foreclosure, they are barred. They're kicked out. Now, what does that do? Your research is dramatically less. You can research tax overages completely online. For mortgage, all you got to research is IRS tax liens, okay, IRS tax liens, and whether or not they transfer the deed. Very easy to do. And by the way, guys, Florida is a picture book. Screenshots of exactly how to do this. An example county, obviously other counties are going to be slightly different, but an exact example, step by step of how to do this. If you cannot do Florida, you need to start asking people if they need fries with that. All right? Because it's that simple. Track record. We have an excellent attorney down there. We know we can get this done consistently. We want to take over Florida. All right? 67 counties, again, very high density. There's daily, of course, mortgage and HOA. This is Florida. Think Condo and Homeowners Association. There's a gazillion of them. There's daily foreclosures going on, and there's also very frequent tax foreclosures. It takes an average of 3 months from when you send a file in to get paid. You have to be consistent. You got to keep your pipeline full. If you're going to send me 5 files and then stop and see, oh, let's see if Sean is for real, it's probably not going to work because our conversion rate is anywhere from 10 to 12%. You send me, the magic number is 20. Once you send me 20 files, you're going to start getting 2 checks for the 20 files that you turn in, 2.5 checks. So it's going to take on average 3 months to pay, a month for us to find the people, a month for us to get on the docket, a month for us to get paid. Commission we pay is 10% of gross, not of some phantom net number. If it's 20 grand, we don't go after anything under 10 grand. If it's 20 grand, you're getting $2,000, period. Doesn't matter what I paid for the attorney, what I did, everything else. That's my responsibility. 10% for tax, 12% for mortgage overages. Why higher for mortgage? Because, again, that statute means I got less risk. That's why I'm paying that. Conversion rate, again, 10 to 12%. The reason that is we're going to get in touch with 12 to 15% of the people we go after. We will put 80% of those under contract, which means we will put 10 to 12% of the files you turn in under contract. It will take you about 40 minutes to do a file at first. You'll be able to get that down to 15 to 20 minutes per file. No kidding. All right. You get the traditional ebook with it if you haven't bought before. So if it turns out that's not something you want to work, I don't know why, but if it's not something you work, you can also work your local county. We do not work with folks in California, though, to partner up with them in California. In that case, you'd be going to the courthouse, however. It's not remote control if you use the traditional book. Florida, it's all remote control online. You can use the other one as well, though. Limited, the way we're doing it, guys, we've been jacking the price up dramatically over time. We're going to continue to do that until we take it off. We initially sold about 60 of these, and we expected about 6 people to be consistently sending in files. We've got about 5 right now. That's pretty standard, about 10% of the people In this case, it was about 8% of the people that actually sign up actually work the thing, because people just, life comes up, or they had no idea they actually had to take 20 minutes to do a file. We've got room for at least a couple more guys, probably 4 more guys, which means I can sell 20, 30, 40 books. I keep a very close eye on that, and I raise the price all the time as a barrier to entry, and eventually we'll just take it off. I really appreciate you taking the time to take a look at the video. If you have any further questions, you're welcome. Please review the video first, because I get a lot of people that call me on my cell phone and they're asking me questions that I just answered. So, and you don't need anything else, by the way. You can certainly eventually do this on your own, but if you're working with us, you don't need skip tracing tools or anything with Florida. You don't. The only other thing you'll need to do is pay for lists. Usually they're $5 to $20. The higher the price of the list, the more names are on it, so that's usually worth it. We teach you, of course, how to go after that. Everything is included in this program. There's nothing missing. However, you're welcome to call me with further questions at 704-791-9398. That's my cell. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, 704-791-9398. Thanks.